20 minutes to go in qualifying. I apologize for not only the wait for the stream, but also the wait for the lobby. But we've got it working, finally. It's Volcano Master. I believe he's from SCRL, Super Close Racing League, that has provisional pole. Destroyer Sean from the Inside Line Racing League is in P2, and he's chasing the lead. He's chasing pole position right now. Here we go with Volcano Master, or Destroyer, sorry. Yellow flags are out in the third sector. Here we go, it's the final push for pole position, round the final corner, and up to the line. What's it gonna be for Destroyer? He does not improve, stays second place. Kieran Liam is on a lap. He's currently P7. Can he improve on his qualifying position, on his starting position? He's coming into the pits. And Tava is up on his time. He can grab P8 here, maybe even P7. Let's see. Here we go with Tava through the final sector of this such an amazing Monaco circuit. Such a classic circuit. Here we go with Tava. Oh, and he's crashed up to the line, doesn't improve, and that's everyone. Sorry, I had a loss for words there. But I'm gonna get the stream link posted on everyone's server here so that we can get all the viewers. This is 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸. I run the Inside Line Racing League. If you're unaware, I will be commentating on the race today. Okay, copy that and paste it into Discord. So Volcano Master is on provisional pole, the 1:10.015. I believe he's from Super Close Racing League, as I said. And Destroyer in second, and RTW Rock in third. Okay, so the link has been posted in VGL server. Optic has posted it in Inside Line server. Okay, oh, it's raining. Wow, what a start to this season in VGL Esports. So welcome everyone to the stream. Like I said, this is 𝐞𝐸𝐸. I run the Inside Line Racing League. I'll be doing comms for today. I'll be commentating on the race. So if you don't know, VGL Esports company, they do F1 league racing, they do FIFA leagues, and today we're here for Speedkings, where 4 drivers from 5 different leagues will be racing together in a league ourselves. So we made a league inside of a league, if you know what I mean, with 5 leagues participating, and those leagues are the hosts VGL Esports, of course, the Inside Line Racing League, the Super Close Racing League, the Champions F1 Racing League, and the European Racing Series. So Volcano's on pole, Destroyer's in second, RTW Rock in P3. As you can see, we're using custom liveries. I hope each league got their livery sorted out. It looks like they do, but we have a yellow car for whatever reason. Oh, it looks the same as Volcano's, similar anyway. So I think SCRL is, just based on the livery, is Volcano, DNT Blitz, Tomos, and Para. Inside Line Racing League, Touchkey, Optic, Rassam, and all the way up in P2, Destroyer. RTW Rock, Nick, NPP, I think they're from the European Racing Series, and they're missing their 4th driver today. Hagafrag, Geo Deplays, Sklav, and George Tava are all from VGL. Tava sporting a different livery than his teammates. And the red cars of Sus, Kieran Liam, Chaza, and the Wildstorm are from Champions. So everyone does have their league livery, which is nice to see for round one. I'll be honest, I made my league's livery, Inside Line Racing League, last night. So happy that my drivers were able to make them for the race today. But yeah, I apologize for the late start of the stream because having lots of issues getting logged in to the account, but we've managed it, and now we're getting ready for lights out here in round one at the historic, that's the word, Monaco Grand Prix circuit. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. No one's moving, and there we go. They're away. Volcano leads Destroyer, leads RTW Rock into turn 1. Destroyer gives him a bit of a tap on the rear, and Destroyer almost has a better exit. Volcano keeps his lead. Let's look at the midfield. Wildstorm and Nick has spun. They were going side by side through the first sector. I think that'll probably bring out a safety car. Gio has no wing, and that is a safety car, as expected, with the rain at Monaco. It's quite inevitable if you ask me. But the virtual safety car is out, and our top performers of lap 1 are NPP, Para, and 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸. If it was a full safety car, I'd be looking at the comments, but you know what? I'll get it going on my phone here. Because with Twitch, the chat is funny like that. It won't let you see the full chat. Some of the messages will disappear. Because my league usually streams on Twitch. But anyway, we're getting ready for the green flags to come out, and they have come out. Destroyer less than a second back, RTW less than half a second back. Gio, NPP, and 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸 are all pitting. They must have wing damage. The closest battle on the track at the moment is RTW and Destroyer. So we're going to keep an eye on the top 3 for now, as we watch them come around the elevated middle sector, getting so close at the hairpin. Let's ride on board with Volcano here. Look at their throttle inputs, how careful they have to be to keep that car from going around in a 360. He just got to full throttle now, 100 meters before the back corner. So very treacherous out there for these drivers. Almost cuts the corner, Volcano Master does. So it's going to be a very exciting race. Lap 2 of 39. Round 1 VGL Esports Speed Kings Championship. We are looking at an extremely exciting championship ahead of us. Volcano Master had set the fastest lap, but RTW says thank you very much and takes it right back from him with a 1 minute 20.345. These 3 cars separated by less than a second. Hopefully we can see some overtakes, not only throughout the whole race, but in this battle as well. Sklav under a second away from Sus from Champions F1 Racing League. 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸's come into the pits, and Para has gained 6 positions, so he has gained the most out of anyone in this race, and he's all over the back of Hagafrag from VGL Esports here as they're going through the tunnel now and approaching Raskas. I think that's Raskas. No, it's not. It's the Novel chicane, my bad. I need the chat to help me. I haven't been commentating in a while, so I'm a bit rusty, as you can tell. The track looks to be getting even wetter as a dry line starts to appear. Para is slipping and sliding his way all over that Monaco road at the moment. He's barely able to keep his car in a straight line. Oh, and Nick NW has overtaken his teammate from European Racing Series NPP. The car was dying to step out there as Optic sets the fastest lap of the race, and he taps the wall. No visible damage on Nick's car at the moment. Nick lost 10 positions because of that spin at on the first lap, if you remember. So hopefully he can bring this back, gain some positions. We've got a yellow flag. It's a blue car in the third sector, so either 𝐞𝐥𝐸 or Rasa. And Rasa's got no wing. He lost his end plate. So Rasa will be coming into the pits. We've got some familiar faces from Season 1. Of course, VGL, Champions F1 Racing League, and Inside Line Racing League participated in the first Speedkings Championship. And some of these drivers you have seen last season, and those would include Tava. I think 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐨𝐫 might have raced, but he is the owner of Champions F1 Racing League, so if he wasn't racing, then he was definitely involved. As 𝐸𝐸𝐿iam gets a bad exit, and Tava says thank you very much, and is going to get the overtake. 𝐸𝐸𝐿iam has a look, but these streets are just a bit too narrow for a dive bomb, especially at that section, and Tava's up into P6. So as I was saying, Tava, 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐨𝐫, I think 𝐸𝐸𝐿iam, Sus, Sklav, Optic, who used to be named PRL Optic, Geo Deplays, 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐿iam, and Rasam all participated in the first VGL Esports Speedkings Championship. But of course, this time around we have the Tier 1, which is for VGL drivers only, and then we have the other Speedkings Championship, which is this championship where other leagues will participate as well. This battle at the front still going on between Volcano Master, Destroyer, and RTW Rock. Good to see that all three drivers from different leagues, so hopefully the Constructors Championship will remain close after this race. All Champions F1 Racing League drivers in the points at the moment: Wildstorm, 𝐸𝐸𝐿iam, 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐨𝐫, and Sus. Sklav is under half a second behind Sus. VGL versus Champions, and he's less than 3/10 behind now. Sus must have gotten a bad exit, and Sklav is all over the gearbox of this red Champions F1 Racing League car. Is he going to have a send into, I think it's Mirabeau? No. Keeps it behind Sus. He will look for a later opportunity, maybe into the Novel chicane, maybe into Raskas, maybe into Saint-Devote, into turn 1. But as Jeff always says, no heroics into Saint-Devote, because the consequences may be costly. And Optic is all over the back of Para now, so we've got a 4-car battle for P9 here between Sus, Sklav, Para, and Optic. He's half a second behind Para here, and all these drivers are from different leagues as well. Sus, Sklav, Para, and Optic representing Champions, VGL, Super Close Racing League, and ILRL respectively. Only 5/10 separate RTW Rock and Destroyer. This battle has no signs of coming to a close, and the track appears to be drying up now. A dry line has started to appear not only on the racing line but all over the track, at this section at least. So hopefully we can get to some dry conditions later on in the race. And Sklav is only 2/10 behind Sus. has a look down the inside, but keeps it on the racing line for now. He's dying to get that position. I feel like Sus might be holding him up a bit, and if it's gonna get dry, then getting the overtake done will be crucial to 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐻's race. Him and 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫𝐭𝐬 are the only VGL drivers in the points at the moment, and 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐻 is in 10th, of course, so only 1 point will go to his race if it was to finish right now. So hopefully his teammates 𝐸𝐸𝐻 and 𝐿𝐴 can make up some positions and get those points for VGO. This battle still brewing between all these drivers. 𝐸𝐸𝐻 has a look into Raskas. These three having a similar battle to the one at the front, and RTW is only 3/10 back. Speaking of the battle at the front, it's just so difficult to overtake at this circuit, but it's really nice to see that there are a lot of drivers in close proximity to one another. Look at this battle now. 6 cars looking for P7. 𝐞𝐸𝐻 has a look. And 𝐸𝐸𝐻 has gone down the inside and he gets the move done. 𝐸𝐸𝐻 into P11. Going down the inside on Para there into the second sector. 𝐸𝐸𝐻 and Para have gained 6 positions apiece. And Volcano Master's gotten a penalty. That will be crucial to his end result as he slides his way out of Raskas. Wow. That's absolutely crucial. That opens the door for Destroyer and RTW to fight it out amongst themselves for the win, if they can keep it within 3 seconds of Volcano, who's looking very pacey at the moment, along with these 2 other drivers, Destroyer and RTW Rock, as Tavos sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1 minute 19.3. He's in P6 right now. And 𝐸𝐸𝐻 has dropped back a bit from this battle. 𝐞𝐸𝐻, again, all over the gearbox of that Champions F1 Racing League car. Nick NW sets the fastest lap. And here goes 𝐞𝐸𝐻 down the inside. Locks up the inside front wheel. They're going side by side through the hairpin now. And 𝐞𝐸𝐻 gets squeezed on the exit, but he gets the move done. And so does 𝐸𝐸𝐻. 𝐸𝐸𝐻's going to go down the inside of Sus for P10. And they're going to go side by side through the tunnel now. Keep it clean, boys. Great racecraft from these two. Side by side into the Nouvelle chicane. Still going side by side. And Sus wins that battle. Keeps his 10th place. But that's allowed 𝐞𝐸𝐻 to pull a whole second out of Sus. So 𝐞𝐸𝐻's got the position and he's gotten the gap as well. But he does have did have a little bit of a tap on the wall there. And 𝐸𝐸𝐻 is still on the back of Sus, and Sus is boxed. Along with Blitz, Chaza, Kieran Liam, 𝐸𝐸𝐻 and 𝐞𝐸𝐻. They have all boxed for slicks. And we saw a lot of drivers were improving their lap times. So that just goes to show right there that the conditions are improving. Let's see if those who stayed out will benefit with an overcut. Because of course, cold slick tires on a damp track, it's not very ideal. So we will see if it was a good idea to undercut the rest of the field. About half of the field has come into the pits, and RTW is still all over the back of Volcano, sorry. Destroyer's gone into the lead, and RTW has gone past Volcano now, and they're both boxing. Destroyer stays out. Let's see if these two can overtake Destroyer with the undercut. Oh, and RTW's had to wait for his pit crew because a teammate is boxed. Can Volcano get him out of the pits here? Oh, he has to change his front wing, so no. RTW keeps his position. Only 4 drivers need to box at this point. But Destroyer set the purple first sector. So maybe it isn't time for slicks yet. We will see. We will see. Maybe the drivers that have gotten onto slicks will improve their lap times. As Optic overtakes Pera in the pit lane. Oh, and Blitz and Tava have had a coming together in the first sector. Blitz gets the position. Blitz and 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐫 is the only drivers opting for medium tires. The rest of them have gone onto the hard. So maybe the rest of them will be trying to go on to the end of the race. Oh, and Tava has locked the wheel and he's lost his front wing, so Tava's gonna have to box again. It's not looking very good for the VGL Esports League at this stage in the race, with 3 of their drivers out of the points, and Tava has to box again now. Pera has gone deep into that corner at the end of the first sector there, that downhill right-hander. I believe it's Mirabeau. Correct me if I'm wrong in chat, please. So a lot of drivers getting caught out by the conditions at that corner, locking a wheel, almost going into the wall. Destroyer has boxed, and he is well clear of his competitors, RTW and the Wildstorm. So I think it was a little bit early to go on to the slick tires, but everyone is boxed now to the slicks, so no more overcutting, as D&T Blitz sets the fastest lap time of the race so far on his mediums with a 1:18.2. And Destroyer locks a wheel as well. So the conditions aren't looking very preferable at the moment for these drivers. They're having a very hard time with this corner, this downhill right-handed hairpin. D&T Blitz did it quite well, if I say so myself, and 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐫 has overtaken Tava, who's in the pits, and DRS has been enabled. So this is when the race starts to open up. This is when the drivers who have the pace advantage will start to make up many more positions than they did in the wet. And RTW has actually gotten into DRS range of Destroyer, who gets a penalty. Destroyer has also gotten a penalty. He joins Volcano Master, Tava, 𝐞𝐿, and MPP. And this has opened the door beautifully for RTW Rock, who might have a look down into Sandebot here. He's got the overtake button on, he's got DRS, he sets the fastest lap of the race, and he is the fastest man on track at the moment. Hopefully we can witness an overtake here. RTW on Destroyer, and Blitz takes that fastest lap back. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1, sorry. There isn't a car at the moment that's there. So maybe and RTW has gotten a penalty. I was gonna say the game is maybe brought out a false yellow flag, but as that was happening, RTW Rock has just gotten a penalty, and now Wildstorm has the opportunity to win this race if he can close up to these two. Volcano's all over the back of him, and he has a superb run down into the Nouvelle chicane. Wildstorm breaks late but keeps it on the racing line, so well done from the Wildstorm there. Great defending, but Volcano's still on him. Almost touches the wall there at Tabac. 𝐞𝐿 has set the fastest lap, so conditions are definitely improving. The track is evolving, and the race is really opening up for some drivers. And MPP is out. MPP is out, and here goes Volcano Master round the outside, down the straight. Volcano Master is back up into the podium places, up into P3, and he's got 9 seconds that separate him and RTW. Can he make this move stick? If he gets close to them, we will see. We will be back for this battle shortly. Chaza's all over his teammate Kieran Liam. We've got a ghosted car. I'm not sure what's happened there. Is it Touchkey? It is Touchkey. He was unlapping himself by the looks of things, but he's still too close to become unghosted. We have set the AI to 50%, so there's no way a 50% AI would be going that slowly. By that logic, we know that Touchkey is actually here, and he is just a lapped car. Chaza still all over the back of Kieran Liam here, and Hagafrag is also within DRS of Chaza. So hopefully we'll see an overtaking opportunity for at least one of these drivers very shortly, as 𝐞𝐿 sets a 1 minute 13.3 for the fastest lap of the race thus far. And we will come back to this battle. We're going to have a look at RTW and Destroyer. RTW has a great run on Destroyer here as we approach the middle sector. He's only 3.5 tenths back. Now he's within 2 tenths. Let's see if he's going to have a look down into the downhill right-handed corner. He does not, but he is very, very close indeed. He has to go off the racing line to avoid hitting Destroyer into the notorious right-handed hairpin, which is taken at about 50 kilometers an hour, I believe. Maybe less, but Gio is within DRS of 𝐞𝐿 from, I believe it's European Racing Series. So we'll also come back to this battle because there are lots of battles on the track at the moment. I'm not sure which one to pick. Now, I was supposed to be checking comments, so I'll be doing that now. I need to view it on the app, don't I? RTW getting ever so close to Destroyer here. And he's got a beautiful run. Beautiful run. Almost made the overtake stick. But Destroyer is like a 6-foot wide wall at the moment. RTW has nothing and he cannot get by. But Destroyer goes deep. Is that going to compromise him as we're going through the middle sector at the moment? He appears to keep it on the racing line and keep RTW behind. But this battle is far from being over. RTW definitely looks to have the pace advantage as of late. 𝐞𝐸𝐨𝐫 is only less than half a second back of his teammate 𝐸𝐸𝐴𝐸, VGL Esports drivers running P10, 11, 12, and 14. Oh, and 𝐸𝐸𝐴𝐸 and 𝐞𝐸𝐨 are going side by side. I think, was that team orders maybe? Because 𝐞𝐸𝐴𝐸 did go quite deep. Or unless, did I miss something there? I think 𝐞𝐸𝐴𝐸 went deep and 𝐸𝐸𝐴𝐸 snuck one up the inside. But I could be wrong. But anyway, that leaves 𝐸𝐸𝐴𝐸 in 10th, 𝐞𝐸𝐴𝐸 in 11th. And 𝐞𝐿 has retired, which leaves 15 drivers. Let's see if Tuts has been unghosted. He is unghosted. Let's see if he can make up any positions as we are about at the halfway point. Oh no, not yet. Almost there at the halfway point of this race. And 𝐸𝐸𝐴𝐸 gets a horrible exit. He's going to get a double overtaken here down the main straight. 𝐞𝐸𝐴𝐸 and Tava, his teammates, have overtaken him. And 𝐞𝐸𝐴𝐸 also gets a bad exit. That's Tava gaining 2 positions in nearly 10 seconds. So super job from Tava, gaining those 2 positions on his teammates. He is now up into the points, but he does have that penalty. He locks the inside front wheel. 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫 is all over the back of his teammate, Kieran Liam, in DRS. Almost at that 5/10 mark. I'm going to be looking at the chat right now. Oh, it's just you guys chatting amongst yourselves. Alright. Tava has 6 seconds of penalties now, but he is right up on the gearbox of Twitch 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐵, and Kieran Liam has broken his front wing. Kieran Liam's crashed in the 3rd sector, and he hits 𝐞𝐸𝐴𝐸, or 𝐞𝐸𝐴𝐸 hits him, I should say. And that's Kieran Liam's race thrown into the bin. Tava's now chasing P8. He's chasing 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐵. He does have a pretty hefty time penalty, but he has the pace advantage. And if he can pull out 6 seconds from the other drivers, then he's looking very, very handy at this stage of the Grand Prix. And RTW is very close to Destroyer. This is his chance. Here we go. RTW into Sandoval, up the inside. Oh! Great job by him to keep it on the racing line, keep it in a straight line, I should say. Destroyer turned in a little bit too early there, but it's very difficult to fit through cars, two cars through any part of this circuit. He's got a slightly better exit than Destroyer, but he's doing a good job of being patient at the moment, waiting for his opportunity. That was a great chance down into Sandoval, but it just wasn't meant to be. Is Destroyer on mediums? Oh no, it's just 𝐞𝐒𝐨𝐫𝐭𝐬's Ghost. I'm getting a bit confused because I saw the yellow stripe, but it belongs to the car of 𝐞𝐒𝐨𝐵 and not Destroyer. The top two are both running hard compound tires, so I presume they'll try to go on to the end. By lap 35, their tires will be screaming for mercy. Old Hards is a tricky beast to tame. Oh, he's looking very handy, isn't he? He taps Destroyer on the rear, and I think this is another chance for him. His straight line speed doesn't appear to be great. Let's see if he has a run. Down into Sandoval. Brakes later than Destroyer. And he's got the move done. RTW Rock leads the VGL Esports Speedkings Monaco Grand Prix. Destroyer's 3/10 behind. He'll be looking to re-overtake RTW here. RTW's light is flashing. He's almost under 10% battery. Destroyer is 25. So that could prove very costly for RTW in the future. But he's got the lead. He's got the pace. And oh, Destroyer with a massive slide on the exit of that corner. Wildstorm's also looking very handy all over the back of 𝐞𝐈LCANO. 𝐈LCANO has a penalty. Wildstorm doesn't. So Wildstorm could pick up a podium here for the Champions F1 Racing League. The top four, all from different leagues. Champions F1 Racing League, Super Close Racing League, Inside Line Racing League, and European Racing Series. The highest, those are the highest drivers from each league. The highest driver from VGL is Tava at the moment, with P8, but he does set the purple sector 1. This is not the VGL Esports that I know. I'm sure they will come back much stronger next race. At the moment, Tava and 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫𝐭𝐬 are the only drivers in the points as Wildstorm taps the wall. Any damage on his car? Nothing visible, as Volcano Master has come into the pits. That's interesting. Oh, he's changing his front wing. How many pit stops have these drivers made? That was Volcano's first stop. Oh, it's his second stop. So Volcano, Tava. Oh, what a slide from Tava. These drivers have amazing sliding skills, able to keep their car straight after almost spinning. And 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐵 is going to go down the inside of 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐴. 𝐞𝐒𝐻𝐵 turns in a bit early, and 𝐞𝐒𝐻𝐵 almost becomes a cropper, but he's able to save his car like Tava was a few short moments ago, and remains in 10th position. 𝐞𝐒𝐨𝐵𝐿CANO is in DRS of 𝐿𝐴. So this will be very, very good battle to watch as well between VGL Esports and Champions F1 Racing League respectively. Oh, as he ghosts for a brief moment there, 𝐞𝐒𝐨𝐵𝐿CANO hits him. I think 𝐞𝐒𝐨𝐵𝐿CANO will have damage after that, but he doesn't. We're running. Oh, and he gets hit again. Gio keeps ghosting for some reason. But anyway, 𝐞𝐒𝐈 is all over the back of 𝐶𝐻𝐵's gearbox and will hopefully have a run down to Sandoval, give us some lovely Monaco Grand Prix action to view. And we do get lovely Monaco Grand Prix action here on lap 22 as 𝐞𝐒𝐈 goes down the inside into Sandoval, locks the front wheel, and 𝐶𝐻𝐵 gets a beautiful exit and gets the position back. Great racecraft from these two. 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫 says thank you very much after 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫 gets a poor exit and takes his position back. He's on pace for 2 points at the moment. 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐵 getting ever so close to 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨's rear wing there, almost tapping him. And RTW Rock has managed to get out of DRS range from Destroyer, which will play crucial in the end result to this race. And Optic is up into the podium places. So 2 Inside Line Racing League drivers running in the points so far. Destroyer and Optic, second and third. Tava's gotten a penalty. I'm gonna go back to the penalty screen. And Tava's on 9 seconds. So, and he's boxing as well. That would leave only one, actually no, because 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐵 will overtake, and he's DNF'd. Tava has manually retired in the pits. That still leaves 2 VGL drivers in the points, but this time it's 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐵 and 𝐞𝐒𝐵 instead of Tava and 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐵. Wildstorm is in Blitz's DRS. 𝐞𝐒𝐵 is very close to 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐵. And that's about it as of right now. I don't want to commentator curse anything, but a late safety car at about lap 33-ish would be absolutely perfect for the excitement of this race and for some late battles. Let's ride on board with 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐵 here. Nearly half a second behind Twitch 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐵, the owner of the Champions F1 Racing League. And he's extremely close, no doubt about it. He's going to have a run into 𝐶𝐸, hopefully. Remember, these two nearly had a coming together just 2 laps ago. 𝐞𝐒𝐵 gets the better exit. 𝐞𝐒𝐻's red light is blinking. 𝐞𝐒𝐵 is going to go round the outside at 𝐶𝐸. And 𝐞𝐒𝐻 has to cut the corner, and he's gotten the penalty. So he's now on 6 seconds, which would promote both 𝐞𝐒𝐵 and 𝐞𝐒𝐵 1 position each. And Kieran Liam is now in DRS of Gio de Plays. He's pretty close to him, under half a second. And there are a few battles on track, but unfortunately it looks like we have to wait for the main straight for each battle, just because that's just the way it works here at Monaco. The only prime overtaking opportunity. If you're brave enough, you can go for a move into the Nouvelle chicane, which I'm sure 𝐞𝐒𝐵 tried to do, but 𝐶𝐸 looks like the corner that has had the most overtakes so far this race. Oh, very late on the brakes is Kieran Liam. He has to take avoiding action and lets Gio back through. Look at this, Optic and Para, 14 positions gained after a poor qualifying from both of them. But they're having a race nothing short of absolutely magnificent. So these two are definitely some driver of the day candidates. So since there aren't many battles, I will talk more about VGL as Optic sets the fast lap of the race, 1 minute 12.9. So the VGL Esports Speedkings Championship, like I said, they raced last season on F1 2021. I think the leagues were Inside Line Racing League, Champions F1 Racing League, VGL Esports of course, Divergent Racing League, and there was one more. I'm gonna check now. See if I can find it. 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫𝐭𝐬 opportunity just becomes closer and closer each lap. Hopefully he can have a go on lap 28. Volcano's got another penalty. He already had a penalty to begin with, and now he's on 6 seconds, so that will promote DNT Blitz up into P5 if he can stay within 6 seconds of Volcano. Volcano had such a good start on pole, was leading the race for a good 6-7 laps until he got a bad exit, got overtaken by Destroyer and RTW Rock, and had to change his front wing in the pits, so that ruined his lead. And 𝐞𝐮𝐸 is over a second behind 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫𝐭𝐬 now, and Kieran Liam gets a penalty, but he's right on the back of 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫𝐭𝐬 here. He's all over him, and he taps him. He breaks his front wing, and Gio's in the wall. Yeah, Kieran Liam lost his end plate there, and he's boxing. So a bit clumsy from Kieran Liam there, if I say so myself. But Volcano overtakes Para, who had a very bad exit. Not sure what happened there. That sees Volcano getting promoted up into P4. Did he break his end plate? He did. He broke his end plate, which will cost him round about half a second a lap, maybe more. Probably more. And he taps the wall again. So he is understeering quite a bit at the moment. Volcano, Para, and DNT Blitz, all from the Super Close Racing League, running P4, 5, and 6 respectively. Hager Frag with a penalty, which would promote Sus up into the points. And what's happened to Wildstorm? He's boxing, and Optic's out. Optic has crashed at the swimming pool, or at the Nouvelle Chicane. He was in P3. He gained 14 positions from his grid slot, and now he's out. And he's a hazard on the track at the moment, right at the apex. Oh! And Blitz has hit Para. Blitz has no wing. Para has his wing intact, thankfully for him. Surely DNT is gonna box, and that sees 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫 up into P5. Where did 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫 start? Oh, 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫 started P6. So it was a pretty good qualifying from 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫. Why is 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫 ghosted? Oh, he's gotten lapped. Or has he? Yes, he has. By RTW Rock. Destroyer has boxed for mediums. Volcano is boxed for softs. And Blitz has boxed for softs. So 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫 up into P4 here. He does have that penalty, but he's up into P4. He's on 19 lap old hards, and so is RTW Rock. So if RTW stays out here, he is definitely risking a puncture. If he boxes, he's got to box now, because the gap will just continue to decrease between himself and Destroyer, because Destroyer is on fresh medium compound tires. Para is in DRS of his teammate DNT Blitz. Sus is in DRS of his teammate the Wildstorm. Such a shame for CPI Optic, who is running P3 and would have helped ILRL score lots and lots of points today, because his teammate Destroyer is currently in P2. but it brings 3 different teams back onto the podium, being European Racing Series, Inside Line Racing League, and Super Close Racing League. And at the moment, it looks like Super Close Racing League will score the most Constructors' Championship points after today. And Destroyer has set the fastest lap now, 1 minute 12.9. I wouldn't be surprised if these soft compound runners start to pump in purple sector times as Para has a look into on 𝐞𝐤𝐨𝐫 into the Nouvelle chicane. Less than 2/10 separate these 2 league racers. Hopefully Para can have a run down at the center. And Volcano Master, what did I say? Has beaten Destroyer by almost a second, decreasing the fastest lap time to 1 minute 11.4. And Para's got the move done. Up into P5 goes Para. He is my driver of the day, hands down. 13 positions gained after a poor qualifying. And he's currently in P5. And that is all the battles on the track. So keep the camera on RTW Rock. I was talking about the VGL Esports League. So like I said earlier in the stream, they have FIFA leagues, they have their own F1 leagues. Oh RTW Rock nearly crashing out from the lead. What a catastrophe that would have been if he didn't save that slide. And he's boxing. RTW Rock has come into the pits. He isn't changing his front wing, so he will definitely stay ahead of Destroyer here. He's bolted on the soft compound tires. After that slide, he said, nope, I'm done with these tires. He has the gap to Destroyer to box onto softs. Those softs will give him much more grip, much more performance. He can now push for the fastest lap of the race, a maximum 26 points. And that pit stop has pretty much sealed the deal for RTW Rock. But he's got to keep it on track, of course. As Para is now in DRS of DNT Blitz, his teammate. Can Para go up into P4 from this race? Kieran Liam's also in DRS of 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫𝐭𝐬, but he does have that penalty. Alright, I was checking which leagues were here for F1 2021. Oh, when I switch to one battle, the other battle has less of a gap. And this battle has very little gap. Para does not get a better exit, but he's really close to DNT Blitz now. And Kieran Liam's out. Kieran Liam has retired, just like Optic, at the Nouvelle chicane. Is there an issue at that corner? Watch out, Volcano. These drivers got to be careful, but the car has now disappeared, as you can see on the mini-map, and Para is less than 2/10 behind his teammate DNT Blitz here. How many warnings? We got a yellow flag, and it's Sus. Sus has broken his wing. He will definitely be boxing, and that opens the door for Sklav, Hagerfrag, and potentially 𝐞𝐒𝐨𝐫𝐭𝐬 to get back up into the points for VGL Esports. Sus was running P8, taps the wall, nearly crashes out. He's gonna have to nurse his car back to the pit lane, as Para is still scrapping away with DNT Blitz here for 4th position. He's very close to him, but on the streets of Monaco, not close enough, as 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐸 gets another penalty. But here goes 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫. Sus didn't box. Sus is sticking it out with no front wing, and surely 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐿 will get the position sooner rather than later. They're going side by side through Sector 1. I'm not sure this is a good idea, but 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐿 makes quick work of Sus and is up into P8. Don't quote me on it, but I believe the Drivers' Championship winner from F1 2021 VGL Esports Speedkings was Lorenzo, who I'm surprised isn't competing in this season's VGL Esports Speedkings Championship. But he might be a reserve. I'm going to check the wonderful looking poster that VGL made, and Sus is boxing now. Oh, why is the camera on Para? Sorry about that. Okay, so VGL. Okay, so for Champions F1 Racing League, LAV Tess and 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫𝐭𝐬 are their drivers, I believe. I think they are the main drivers. 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨 is definitely a reserve, I know that. I'm not sure if Wildstorm is a main driver or a reserve. For Super Close Racing League, DNT Blitz, Para, Tomos, and Volcano Master. Yeah, I'm not sure who's main and who's reserve here, because on the graphic, the order is different. So I can tell you that the only reserve I am aware of in this lobby is 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐨𝐫. Yeah. Yeah, so VGL has 2 reserves today, unless the graphic is wrong again, I'm not sure. 𝐞𝐒𝐩𝐿 and 𝐶𝑎𝑣, who were in the Speedkings Championship for F1 2021, are confirmed main drivers. Not sure if 𝐞𝐸𝐸𝐸 and 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐴 are. I don't know if someone in chat knows and they could tell me, but anyway, the race is almost over, so put your driver of the day in the chat. Vote for your driver of the day. As Para hits the wall and he's lost his end plate and he's gotten a penalty, so that has ruined his chances for to gain any positions here. and that is the last battle on the track. I'll stick with him until RTW comes across the line to win. Let's look at the penalties. Anyone that's going to benefit from these penalties? Not by the looks of things. Oh, they a lap down? Oh, they are a lap down. Blitz and Para. So, yeah. So only the top three are on the lead lap. That just goes to show how much of a pace advantage those three guys had today. And let's see if it's the same next race. If RTW, Destroyer, and Volcano all have a massive pace advantage. But here we go with RTW. He has driven absolutely superbly today. And he's going to take the opening round of the VGL Esports Speed Kings Championship in Monaco, winning for the European Racing Series. RTW Rock comes across the line and wins here in Monaco. DNT Blitz next across the line. He is lapped for Super Close Racing League. Para from Super Close Racing League as well. Here comes 𝐞𝐥𝐸𝐨𝐫 from Champions F1 Racing League in P6. Great race from him. Here comes Destroyer from the Inside Line Racing League. Wonderful P2 for the team. Great job. Wildstorm gets demoted to P8. 𝐿𝐴𝐸 has overtaken him. And 𝐿𝐴𝐸𝐿 gets another penalty and he has crashed. He's tapped the wall. And Volcano will round out the podium places here for Super Close Racing League. I think Super Close Racing League will be leading the Constructors Championship after today. After they finished P3, 4, and 5. And I didn't catch where their last driver finished. But P3, 4, and 5. I'm just watching the stream back. And their other driver DNF'd, I think. Yep, so all of their finishing drivers combined for a total of 15, 10, 25, 30, 37 points. I think, yep, so there it is, there you have it then, the opening round of the VGL Esports Speed Kings Championship here in Monaco on F1 22. RTW Rock taking victory for European Racing Series. Volcano Master with the fastest lap. So RTW, the Scottish driver, wins from P3. Destroyer from Inside Line Racing League, second place, and Volcano from the Super Close Racing League dropped down to P3 from pole, but had a good recovery after his scruffy 7th lap. Takes home the fastest lap as well. This is the rest of the order. I believe I don't think, no, that can't be right. I was gonna say Geo and 𝐿𝐴𝐸𝐿, I don't think they finished if that was their fastest lap, but I could be wrong. I don't know, I'll have to watch the stream back again. But, I thought it was a pretty decent race. Quite a few overtakes, more than expected anyway at this circuit. We will be back next Wednesday for the Dutch Grand Prix? No, for the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. That's going to be a thriller next week, October 12th. And yeah, we will see you then. So hopefully you enjoyed the race. I apologize if my comms weren't as good as David's. They definitely weren't as good as David's. David's an amazing commentator. I hope he can come out to one of these races to do comms, because you guys will love him for sure. But my first time doing comms in a while. Sorry for the late start of the stream. We were having issues getting me logged into the account, but we made it happen just before the race started, thankfully. So that worked out quite well. Otherwise we wouldn't have had a stream. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next week for Silverstone. Bye bye.